Can the Constellation Taurus be your next daily driver? Well, my requirements for the daily driver, it needs to be able to do some sort of combat and haul cargo. So in this video, we're going to see how much money we can make by doing a bounty hunting mission, looting the cargo, and then we can go sell everything. So let's go find out. The Taurus does have very nice weapons and a pretty big cargo bay here. Let's quickly open it up. You can see there's a lot of space in here. It has more cargo in the back, but at the moment it's non-functional. You can see if we open up the doors here and go all the way to the back, here's another cargo grid, but there's no way to really access it. Sure, you can probably drag a box from down here all the way up here, but it's very difficult to get everything over these railings. But for now, this is the main cargo hold that we'll be using. Also pretty decent beds here, a lot of storage and weapon racks. This ship does need a little bit of an update for physicalized components. Not quite there yet, a very old ship, but still one of the best ships for PvE at the moment. Just because it has a lot of firepower. Those weapons are size 5s, so very good. But let's quickly head over to a bounty hunting mission and see what we can do. For our mission targets, we have a Redeemer. And then we've got a bunch of cargo ships up there, a C2. And I believe also a Starfarer that we can't just see just yet. So I think I'm going to take care of the ship first, just because it has a lot of guns. And then we'll loot all of the cargo of the other ones. Lucky for us, the Constellation has a lot of damage. So we should be able to deal with this thing without much trouble. But let's see how she handles it. Just going to go in VTOL here as well. Just so that I can maneuver just a little bit better. But not really required. I'm going to see if I can quickly burst this thing while it's coming towards me. Get some early damage in while it's in nav mode. Since ships do nav in now. Little bit of lag here on the server. We'll see if we can burst this thing even with the lag. I might go gimbaled if it keeps jumping around, so I can track it easier. Might make it a little bit easier to track just because the server is constantly jumping. Gimbal is definitely easier with bigger ships. You can see she's already starting to get red. The other ship does have quite a few ballistic. And there we go. Already got the enemy down. Let's go take a look at the others here. Should be pretty decent. I see they've got the 600i, a Starfarer, and also a C2. I'm going to see if I can take them out all at once. I believe the Starfarer might be the most difficult to take out. So I'm going to do that one first. But I think the C2 and the Starfarer probably has the most amount of cargo. The 600i usually don't have as much. So let's focus the Starfarer first here. Just because they have a very decent turret that might be able to kill our shields. Let me see if I can sit under the belly here. Already firing pretty decently. Okay, let's see if we can get on the nose here. We're on the wrong side of the ship. Let's see if I can turn here. Just get above them and then under them. There we go. We still got our gimbals on. But I'm going to focus the nose of the Starfarer here. Get those shields down. Should be pretty easy. Got very big weapons. Hopefully the other ships don't shred our shields. They have, I believe, cannons, so it shouldn't be too difficult for us to avoid their damage, because cannons are super slow. We're already through the shield here. A little bit difficult to see with the strats, but we're managing. Ooh, something is chunking our shields. Is that cannons? But we managed to take out the Starfarer here. Let's see. I'm going to go for the 600i next. I'm just going to go for this one next, just because usually they don't have a lot of cargo. So might as well take care of them. Already through the back shield here. Let me turn on my light so I can actually see where I'm shooting. Because they do have some invulnerable spots on the 600i as well. But we should be through in a minute. Body is already getting pretty red here. And there we go, 600 IS down. Only ship that's left is the C2, and I believe they have the most amount of cargo. And they're also the easiest ship to defeat, right? Especially with the Constellation. Let's take the shield down here. Through the shield. Now we can just focus the back here. Because they also have spots that's invulnerable. Mostly want to aim for the ramp here at the back. We're able to do some decent damage. Getting pretty red now, should pop any minute. Thinks he's starting to run, or at least trying. There we go, we got the enemy. Let me quickly scan everything, see what we got here so that we can loot up. So for the C2, let's see here, we've got medical supplies, 11 for altertoxin. And then we've got a lot of scrap. Scrap is probably the best thing you can get these days. They nerfed a lot of things here. But first, it's altertoxin, medical supplies, and then you can loot the scrap. But let me take a look at the 600i as well here. The 600i usually don't have a big cargo hold, but they have 1 SEU of medical supplies, some altertoxin, some scrap. Definitely not worth looting. Let me go take a look at the STAR-TBJF. Maybe they have a lot of medical supplies for us. So for the STAR-TBJF, we get altertoxin, some medical supplies, only 8, and a whole bunch of scrap again. These scrap boxes will be smaller in size than the C2, so we'll see what we can do. I'm probably going to loot the C2 first, and then afterwards we can loot the STAR-TBJF for its medical supplies that's left. Let me quickly park next to the C2 here, and then we'll start looting and see how easy it is to fill up our cargo hold here. Just gonna open up the back ramp of the C2 here. It's pretty dark outside here, but I managed to park everything nicely. Hopefully we can fit a couple of big boxes in the back here. Here we go. The white boxes is usually the valuable ones. So first I'm going to take the altertoxin, and then we can take the medical supplies as well. So for stacking boxes, we can do about 1 to 3 high, and then you need to place a new row. That's pretty decent, so 3 high is about the limit you can go. I'm going to try and see if we can snap this 32 SEUs of scrap to the cargo grid here. I believe it should be long enough. Let's see. So this 32 SEUs fits perfectly on the grid. You can see there's even space left. And here at the back, we've got even more boxes. So this is pretty crazy. Definitely, I think 1 SEU is left on the top that we can place some more. Let me get more boxes. I managed to place another 32 SEU box. So far, we can fit about 2 in there. I'm going to get another one just to see if it can fit here in the back, but I'm not exactly sure. Okay, we definitely can't fit another 32 SEU here, so we're going to leave this one behind. The STAR-TBJF should allow us to get smaller boxes, and we'll use that to fill up the rest of our cargo hold here. Here we go, we're next to the STAR-TBJF here. I'm quickly going to open up everything. Managed to open the ramp here. Let's see what's inside. You can see the box sizes are a lot smaller just because of the cargo hold, so always good to get a STAR-TBJF when you're fighting boundings. The only thing is, it's a little bit difficult to get the cargo out sometimes here. I'm going to start at the bottom here. These are 16 SEUs. I'm going to see if I can use these to fill up the rest. There should be more medical supplies. I'll get it in a minute. Okay, it does fit perfectly. So far, we've got a pretty decent cargo hold going. The top is going to mess with us a little bit, but we'll see what we can do. Here's our 8 SEUs of medical supplies. I took this specifically just because it has more value than scrap, right? So rather have this in than the others. Let me see if I can snap it. It definitely snapped here. We need one more 8 SEU, and then I'll see what I can do there. Found the perfect box here to put right next to the medical supplies to fill up our cargo hold completely. I'm going to see if I can put more boxes up here that we don't snap, but it's going to be very risky. I don't think I'll be able to get it in, but we'll see. In order to maximize the space, I'm going to place these boxes just on top. They won't be able to snap, but we'll see if they can stay right here when I put the ramp up. I did take out the 8 SEUs just to be able to fit. Here we go. I'm going to close the ramp. Let's see what happens. Since they will be shaking, I believe. But hopefully nothing explodes here. A lot of vibrations. We might lose a couple. You can see we already lost one. So you definitely can't do this consistently. We might have to hurry because everything is vibrating. Currently we're taking damage, I believe. That boxes might not even stay if we quantum travel, so we'll see what we can do. But I'm gonna go to Grim Hex here, and then we'll see how much cargo is left at the end of all of this. Managed to make it to Grim Hex here. I'm quickly gonna open up my cargo area just to make sure that boxes stop jumping around. Seems like we definitely lost a few of them. I think only one stayed, but I'll quickly unload everything here. Here is one of the loose boxes. I can see there's another one right there, so 2 of them stayed. We had 3, so only 1 disappeared on us. Here is our last box. Managed to fit everything on the cargo elevator. The cargo hold is definitely very easy to use, especially with a lot of boxes. Managed to send everything down. The Constellation Taurus, definitely a top tier PvE ship with the cargo hold, very good shield and shield faces. So always a very good ship to use. Definitely S tier. Plus the ship is super cheap. In game it's only 8 million. So not too bad to grind for. But let's see how much we can make here. So for our medical supplies we get 47,000. For the altertoxin we get 23,000. And for the scrap we get 203,000. Luckily this time around we managed to sell everything. So in about 40 minutes we made 274,000, plus we also made 100k with the mission. So in total that's 374,000 in about 40 minutes of gameplay. Overall I think the Constellation Taurus is probably one of the best ships that you can buy. It's super cheap, has decent shields, and very good firepower, plus a decently sized cargo hold. You really can't go wrong with this ship. But hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and if you want to see my loadout for the Taurus, then you can watch this video right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.